Hello, my name is Carlos Manrique and I'm one of the developers of version 2.0 of breazehome, the version of breazehome focused on making it accessible on mobile platforms. This video will discuss how to install, run, and maintain breazehome. The system design of breazehome 2.0 is as follows. The front end of breazehome is built using the Ionic Mobile Development Framework, which itself includes Node.js, Angular 4, HTML, scis, and TypeScript. NPM, Bower, and Gulp are also used in the front end. The back end of breazehome is built on Django using Python, and the database is implemented using PostgreSQL. Node.js will be the first thing you'll need to install. Head to nodejs.org, find the Downloads tab, and install the version of Node.js that is right for your operating system. Once that is installed, you may continue. To make sure Node.js has been installed correctly, you can type in the on-screen command to check your system's Node.js version. Now to install npm, all you need to do is type in sudo npm install npm-g, where the G flag installs npm to be available for your whole system. You'll also want to install Bower, another package manager, by running sudo npm install bower-g. Now that npm and Bower are installed, you'll want to install Gulp in order to take care of any Ionic dependencies. To install Gulp, you run a command similar to the one used to install npm, sudo npm install gulp-g. Next, you'll want to install scis, a CSS preprocessor. Scis is installed a bit differently than the others since it's a Ruby gem, installed by running sudo gem install scis, assuming you already have Ruby installed. If you're on Windows, you can install Ruby and scis by following the instructions provided on the scis download page at scis-lang.com. Click the Install button at the top of the page and follow the instructions under the Windows section to make sure Ruby and scis are successfully installed. After all those files have been downloaded, all necessary prerequisites have been fulfilled. Next, we'll go over how to install some files that will allow you to run the mobile version of breazehome on your local machine, how to run and test breazehome on Ionic, our mobile development framework, and discuss the structure of breazehome 2.0. To begin, you must download the breazehome 2.0 directory from GitHub. Head to git.breazehome.com to find the directory, titled breazehome mobile, and copy the HTTPS link provided in order to clone the directory onto your local machine. To do this, make a directory on your machine, then change directories into the newly created directory using your operating system's change directory command, and then run the command git clone and paste the link you've copied. Once all the files have been downloaded, make sure you are in the root of the newly created breazehome mobile directory. You will know that you are in the root directory if you see the source folder in it. From this directory, run the command npm install to install the dependencies that are missing from your copy of the project. This process will probably take a while, depending on how many dependencies exist. Once it's done though, run the command npm install-g ionic to install Ionic globally on your local machine. Make sure you are running your command prompt as an administrator so that this command runs successfully. Installing Ionic will allow you to finally begin testing the mobile app version of breazehome. This can simply be done by running the command ionic serve-lab, where the lab flag allows you to test the app on various platforms like Android, iOS, and Windows. That flag also allows the testing page to reload automatically whenever a change in any of breazehome's files is found. This means that you can immediately test any changes you've made to the files, given that you have Ionic Serve running, without having to execute the command over and over again. Now we'll discuss the overall structure of the breazehome mobile app project, as well as how to maintain the project. Make sure you are in the root directory of the project to begin. From here, you can access all the related breazehome files. You will find the most important files to develop under the source/pages folder. In this folder, you'll find files that help build each page of the breazehome mobile app. For example, under the login folder, you will find the login TypeScript, HTML, and CSS file. The HTML and CSS file encompass the design of the app's login page, while the TypeScript file encompasses its functionality. Having breazehome divided into folders dedicated to each of its pages helps keep the app's most important files neatly organized. Maintaining the project will be easy then, since each page is easy to find and each file has its own specific purpose. You can also find other important files in other folders within the source folder. For example, all of the app's images can be found in the assets/image folder. All the app's icons can be found in the assets/icon folder, and all of the app's fonts and icon fonts can be found in the assets/fonts folder. You may also want to visit the themes folder situated within the source folder to find the files that help build these icon fonts. In the _breazehome mobile.scss file, you will find the code that creates icons out of fonts made by breazehome's graphic designer. Finally, there is the app folder within the source folder. The files here are crucial to handling the successful launching of the app, so you can test it later. For example, the app.module file is in charge of telling Angular what to include in your app and how to compile and launch it, while the app.component file has code that tells the app what variables to set and functions to perform right after the app is launched. Thus, if you ever need to make changes to these procedures, these files will probably be the first thing you'll want to review for editing. If you need to create new pages for the app, you can run the command ionic generate page followed by the name of your new page. You will find your new page in the pages folder as described before. It's important to make sure that any new pages you create are included in the app.module file as an import, declaration, and entry component so that it can be tested using Ionic Serve. Providers, such as the user data provider found in the providers folder within the source folder, can also be generated in a similar way as pages are generated by running the command ionic generate provider followed by the name of your new provider. Providers can be imported to different pages in order to access the functions and variables that they provide, allowing for the reuse of code without duplication. So that concludes the installation and maintenance of the mobile app version of breazehome. Any links referenced to in this video can be found in the description of the video. I hope future project members can build upon what has been started and continue improving the design and functionality of the app.